Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Badgers will kick it off to get us underway. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Makes his connection. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding them. Nice catch.
Pocket starts to collapse. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. Badgers getting that pass rush from the 2nd level like they did with a T.J. Watt or his brother who played up front who transferred from Central Michigan.
They've had a long list of guys, and it's funny, they all kind of look the same. You know, athletic, smart guys that are tough guys, but one thing you have to have it was...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And that was the free safety, right? That looked like a skinny guy. Usually it's the big boys up front that are getting the sacks on the quarterback, but it's nice when you got guys of different speed that can chase these fast quarterbacks.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
First down for this offense. To the ground with the back. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. As much a part of Wisconsin as cheese and brats feed that running back for first down.
It's crazy, Reese. They don't find the most highly recruited guys, but they find tailbacks who are dudes. And Ron Dane to Jonathan Taylor to whoever it is, they always find a bell cow running back at the University of Wisconsin.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on first down. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Badger! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and done.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Tennessee, 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Can anyone catch him? Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Coming after it. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
This one's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to.
Leaves it with the back. At the 40, there he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well. Really helps out the running game because he's not in a rush. He just takes his time and carves his way through the defense.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
The Badgers get it past the sticks.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Love that throw there. And I remember as a Gator playing against Tennessee, you knew as a quarterback you were going to have to bring your A game to the park because of who was on the other sideline. I played against Peyton Manning, and I played against T. Martin, who won a national championship there. They have a legacy at that position. And this guy for Tennessee, he has a chance to be the next great one.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Fighting off the defender. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back.
Running toward the tape. Touchdown ball! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I love that this offense...
with the carry.
Stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they did tack on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. FIU overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Panthers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Buys a little time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Badgers line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to move it through the air. He lobs one high down the left side. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Touchdown, Volunteers. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much running room as he'd hoped. He's out of bounds at the 13. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He slings it deep to the left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Morris. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Badgers with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking deep. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Vols will kick it off to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Here's the handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. Finds his big tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. And the Badgers look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Now, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Runs through a tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big body frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he's going to run it back. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
He's got 98 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Crosses to 30. The expressway is wide open. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Tennessee. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia has put on a majestic performance today, jumping out to an early lead and building on it from there, and now we have ourselves a blowout. They're up by 15 over the Sharks. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. And sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush, but, man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly to the tight end. He's finally got it out of bounds, and even with that kind of pickup, they are still short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They want to just keep throwing it. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line out front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you've got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's caught. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He wants to pass it on second down. Getting some heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback keeps it. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Downs. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to pass on second down. He finds his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water games, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Goes to the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And now on 4th down. Oh, they tricked him. It's a fake. He wants to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. It's nice to be a riverboat gambler and all, but man, oh man, when it goes against you, it can be ugly. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. They'll line up for a second down play. Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Makes the grab on the left.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. It's complete. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They're bringing heat. That's caught. It's Johnson. On the Houdini-like moves, get it to the 22.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And the returner will be knocked down. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Buys a little time. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown ball! They move on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 30 to Troy. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle. It's Morris. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win.
Wide open. He makes the catch. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. He's taking the deep shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And that right there might be the play that they look back on if they end up winning this game as the key play in the game. In a 2-minute situation trailing, you're just trying to get a completion to get the momentum going, but they come up with a huge explosive play, and that might be the one that wins the game.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The run from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Badgers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Pulls it in inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Volunteers! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Got a man.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. It's Johnson. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. He lets one fly deep. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got him pinned back in a world of trouble, and listen to this crowd coming through. Trying to find his man on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Downs. Ball's out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like...